YouTube, what's up? And welcome back to part 11 in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team Recruit 'em All playthrough. Today, we are going to kick off what I think will become a 4-part post-game story arc to work our way towards unlocking access to Mount Faraway, which is home to one of the most important items in the game, and I guess to that point, the most important item in terms of being able to recruit Pokemon at a higher rate. And that is none other than the Friend Bow hold item, which I think I've made reference to a couple times throughout this playthrough. But there is only 2 locations in the entire game where you can get the Friend Bow, but Mount Faraway is like a guaranteed spawn drop for that item, I think on floor 30. But we'll get to that, it's going to be a few episodes until we get there. The other way to get it is to go through Joyous Tower, but you have to find it at the Kecleon shop, which again, that's random because Kecleon has randomized items every time, so the only guaranteed spot to get it in the game is at Mount Faraway. Now, in order to unlock that dungeon, we need to first go through 3 different locations that all are home to the legendary beasts of Johto, of course that being Entei, Raikou, and Suicune. And once we do all 3 of those dungeons, then we get access to Mount Faraway, which is home to Ho-Oh. But we'll get to that in a little bit, but it's going to be quite a few dungeons to get through. Now, before we get the action started today, I do want to talk about one other thing, and I'll go show you over in the friend area here in a minute, but in between episodes of this main story playthrough, I did recruit one new legendary Pokemon, and that is none other than Celebi. Why? Celebi is only able to be recruited one way in this game, and that's to get a Pokemon all the way through Purity Forest, which is by far and away the hardest dungeon in the game. But the reason why it's not in this playlist that you're watching right now on YouTube is because I'm going to have a whole separate dedicated playlist to just Purity Forest runs. And about a week and a half ago, I took Squirtle through Purity Forest and actually managed to get all the way through the dungeon on the first try, which is kind of crazy if you think about it, because as I stream more and more of Purity Forest, you'll see that I'm probably going to have between like a 10 and 20% win rate at that dungeon, aka every 10 attempts I'm only going to win once or twice. It's really, really hard to do, but I got extremely lucky with a whole bunch of apples and max elixirs that spawned, and Squirtle was able to get all the way through that 99 floor dungeon on the first try. And just to showcase that here, because that's the only way to get Celebi, so here's proof that I made it through Purity Forest. As you can see on page 2, out of all the available Pokemon that I've recruited, you can see Celebi right there. Actually, let's go ahead and visit Celebi, why not? See what this area looks like. I haven't even seen this before. Pretty shiced. Shoutouts to SarahB.net and Joe Merrick. With Celebi has been the mascot of that website for a very, very long time. Alright, but let's head back to the Turtle Team base here. And I don't have any items or anything on me yet. That's why it's indicated with that red text there. So we're going to have to run over to Kangaskhan storage and pull out some items before we head off to the next part of the post-game story arc here. Now, even before we have access to, I believe it's called Fiery Field is where Entei is located. We still, I'm pretty sure I'm wearing X-ray specs. Let me take a couple apples with me. We need to go back to, what's it called, Great Canyon, actually, to visit Xatu. Because a few episodes back, I think it was part 8 where I had Spinda in the thumbnail. Because it's pretty soon after you finish the game, you stumble upon Spinda. Well, actually, Spinda stumbles upon Pokemon Square here. And once you talk to Spinda in the post-game, you get the item, the Clear Wing. And so we have to take this Clear Wing, apparently, to Xatu, you know, at the end of the Great Canyon. And then Xatu's going to give us some more information that I think unlocks the 3 dungeons after that to the legendary Johto beast like I was talking about. So we don't need to pull out that many items. We can also get some recruits in Great Canyon, apparently. But this is probably more than enough items to get through there. And I would rather just pick up whatever else we can find inside of Great Canyon. So hopefully we can get a couple of recruits here. I mean, I can only get 3, because you can only have a max party size of 4, you know? So Squirtle plus 3 other Pokemon. So I'm not going to breeze through this. I'm going to actually take my time. And let me see. I don't even have any moves linked up. Okay. I'll have to remember to do that later. I guess I'll just use Bite. This is a pretty low level area. So I'm pretty sure I can one-shot everybody with a Bite. I was trying to think about what I wanted to say there as I'm like looking at the mini-map. Hey, there's another special band. Those sell for a lot of money. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time on every floor, but I do want to see if I can get some recruits. Defense Curl ain't going to save you, Flaffy. I mean, Fanfy. Why did I say Flaffy? That was weird. That's a couple of Johto mons with a very similar names there. I should also check the, this screen here to see what mons I can even recruit. Oh, all of them. Okay. We just kind of went like 0 for 5 right here. Anyway, I'm just going to move on to the next floor. There's no more items, and I don't feel like chasing these Pokemon around. So we'll definitely run into some more mons here. But once we get to the end of this dungeon, that's when we encounter, what's his name, Xatu. Now, the clear wing, you know, as you notice, that wasn't in my inventory. It's not actually like a item in this game that's like shown in your box. It must be like some sort of like a key item, but also that's, you know, in normal Pokemon games, the key items are in your bag, but they're not in this instance. So it's just like hidden in the game's code somewhere if you have the clear wing or not. Alright, we do not get any recruits yet. I think I already have... Oh, you can check here too. I always forget about this. But I think I already have a Fanfy, but... Okay, I take that back. I don't. But of course, we're going to need 2 of them anyway, because... Okay, perfect. We need 1 as a Fanfy to take through Purity Forest, but also a second one to evolve into Donphan. Alright, that's a dead end, so we gotta loop all the way back around here. Skiploom, of course, is a 3-stage evolution line. It's the middle of the 3. Alright, here's the stairs. Let's go see who this mon is, but then I'm gonna leave. That's Dunsparce. I don't really care about Dunsparce, but we will have to recruit one. Alright. I think this place was only like 12 or 13 floors. It's really not that long, which is why I kind of want to hang out on these floors a little bit longer than I normally would. Alright, Fanfy, we're going to have to turn off your moves there. I don't really want you going for Odor Sleuth for no reason. I'm just going to turn everything off. I don't need it to go for Tackle either. And definitely not Growl and Defense Curl. That's going to waste too much time. Alright, there's a whole bunch of mons down here. Let's see if we can figure out how to get down here. Alright, striking out on the Skiplooms here, but it's whatever. Alright, cool. We got double Fanfy. Perfect. So we got space for 1 more mon on the squad, and then we could just kind of full send it to the end. Alright, I've been tail whipped and growled, but it's not that big of a deal because I'm a lot higher level than these mons here. I've already used all my bites. That's kind of crazy. I feel like I haven't even seen 19 Pokemon yet, but I guess I have. Who's this over here? Another Sparse. Let's see if you come up this way. Nope, you're going the other way. Alright. The Purity Forest run was absolutely insane, by the way, with Squirtle. Again, I got really, really lucky in the run with how much apples and elixirs spawn, but that's kind of what it takes to get through Purity Forest, because even the most experienced players, like a lot of it is up to luck, right? If you don't get enough key items to spawn, wow, a lot of special bands here. This is really, really good. Even the most experienced players, like there's only so much you can do, right? The power band as well. Can I recruit Vileplume? No, just Murkrow. Okay. Let's see if we can find a Murkrow. I'll go up here for these 2 items and also 2 Pokemon. But yeah, so there's a lot of luck involved in trying to get any Pokemon to clear Purity Forest. Yeah, I feel like it is slightly easier though with starter Pokemon, because even though they're very, very weak at the beginning, they do grow levels very quickly, which makes it a lot easier to keep pace in terms of dishing out damage and whatnot. And we also found the X-ray specs, right? Which, I'm gonna go see what this item is. Everybody knows. Oh, that's good. Another apple. I think that was a Murkrow, too. Come here, bro. Dang it. I'm actually gonna chase after that guy and see if we can cut him off. Perfect. I really do want to get one of these. Dang it. Because the dungeon becomes Purity Forest becomes a hell of a lot harder if you do not have the, okay, I didn't even know you had a Blast Seed. That's intense. Oh, it's because Fanfi has pickup, I think. That's how it found that. The dungeon is really, really hard without X-ray specs, right? Because you basically have to walk through everything blind. Let's see if I can get this elixir. We get the elixir, but not the crow. Oh, another TM for attract. That's a really, really good one. I'll go ahead and go for Ice Beam and Bubble here. Like ranged attacks on this, because I don't really care about trying to recruit that Mon. Murkrow, would you like to join Team Turtle? No, that's a no. What is this up here? Another TM for Torment. Not good. Alright, even if we don't end up recruiting a 4th member, it's not the end of the world, because we did at least get a couple Mons here. I'll leave this guy alone. Also, the other Fanfi, I need to turn off the attacks as well. Okay. Let's go. But it would be pretty cool to recruit a Murkrow. Of course, in this game I only actually need 1 Murkrow because it's just the Gen 3 Pokedex of 386. So we don't have to worry about getting an extra one to evolve into Honchkrow. So that's good. It seems like Murkrow might have kind of a bad recruit rate here. Oh, okay, here's the stairs. I'm just going to take them. That's too far to go for only 1 item and 1 Pokemon up top. What is going on over here? This is why you should bring Reviver Seeds, because these Mons are absolute liability. I guess I have to take out Noctowl first, but one of these guys is probably going to get KO'd to that spider down there. Alright, at least we hit the Ice Beam, which is good. Fanfi. Oh, he got 12 HP left out of 55. You can see the HP numbers on the mini-map, by the way. That's how I know that. Alright. That got a little shysty, but we came out on top. Also, there's no other items on the floor. As you can see, there's no more blue dots up there on the mini-map, so only one other Pokemon. I think we just move on. And let me see who we can recruit now, because we're getting a little higher up, so it might be a different... Okay, Heracross, nice. Definitely want to get one of those. There's a Heracross right there in the bottom right, but Fanfi just consumed a max elixir. I don't even know how. I guess because it went for... that was like before I turned off Odor Sleuth and all those. I think that was the first Fanfi that I had. Alright, Heracross does not want to be a part of the turtle team. He said, no thank you. Oh, my bag's already full? Okay. I kind of want this copy of Attract, and we'll swap it for the Power Band. I also want the apple, too. Oh, although I'm at 24 out of 100 belly, I might as well just eat it. Because once you get to 20 out of 100 belly, you get the notification about, hey, you know, you gotta eat something because you're getting hungry. I'm also out of water guns. That's crazy. We've taken out so many Pokemon in here. But let's see what these other 2 items are. Whoever that Pokemon is in the top right corner is very confused and cannot figure out how to get out of the corner. Taunt? We don't need Taunt. I do need this Heracross, though. Come on, buddy. Would you like to be a member of Team Turtle? Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. I almost hit no on accident. Okay, cool. So we have a full party of 4. We do not need to worry about any more recruits. Now we just full send it to the stairs every time we find them. Not bad. That's 3 really good Johto Pokemon. Okay, Fanfi keeps picking stuff up. How do I check the items? A silver gummy on this guy. And the TM for Torment. I mean, I could always take those off later. I don't need to be doing all this now, but... I could also, this Blast Seed is not going to sell for any money with Kecleon, so I'm going to throw it, chuck it here in the water. And then I'm going to take the Torment TM off this guy. Because TMs sell for, even if it's only like 300 or something, some of them don't sell for much. I bet Torment's only worth like 300, but there's a Tauros and an Ariados. But they do sell for, like the seeds only sell for like 5 Pokecoins. Alright, man. These guys really want the smoke, huh? Let's take him out with Bubble. Come here, Tauros. See ya, Tauros. Alright. Tauros found some coins, but so did I. Spit some bubbles at this spider down there. And let's keep it pushing. Could this be the Tauros with the coins? It was. Not bad, not bad. I already have a bunch of orange berries in storage. We don't really need that one. What is this over here? Oh, that's the blast seed that I threw in the water. All right, floor 11. We're almost out of here. Tauros, get away from my Fanfies. If these mons get KO'd while they're with me, then technically I don't, you know, like I didn't actually recruit them because I would have to go get them again. Now, if they get KO'd, of course, and I have a reviver seed on me, then that just gets consumed and they come right back. But in order to actually officially obtain these recruits, I have to either escape orb out of the dungeon or find my way to the exit. Which obviously we're almost to the exit on this one, so it's not a big deal. Just go ahead and eat the Rossberry here, because I'm not going to bring it along with me. But we did get a couple TMs to sell to Kecleon when we get out of here, so that's not bad. I guess I'll eat this Pecha Berry as well. And check for the stairs, but yeah, I kind of had a feeling that was the dead end over there. There's a bunch of Houndooms everywhere. Alright. I think I'm just going to take the shortcut. All these guys are going to get left behind down there, but once you proceed to the next floor, they regroup with you, but apparently that was the last floor. Alright, not bad. Xatu, please examine this feather that Spinda gave us, and tell me what I need to do next. What is it? It's a feather. Have you reason to see me? Actually, I do. This is a clear wing. I see. About the Mirage Pokémon. That's what you wish to know. The Mirage Pokémon, aka Ho-Oh. I know. Little about it. Well, you're worthless then, Xatu. Okay, this is like when you go fight Red at the top of Mount Silver. It's the same dialogue that Bro has. Just a bunch of dots. However, there are Pokemon that live, breathe, and prosper with the very land. They rage with the eruptions of volcanoes, roar as one with thunder, and race with the north wind. They are said to be shadows of the Mirage Pokémon. To the northwest, there lies a large island. He says northwest and he just looked to the northeast. Northwest would be the top left corner, buddy. An island known as the Three Fields. There is one such field, the Fiery Field. One of the Pokemon, a shadow of the Mirage, is there. Go. You must go to the Fiery Field. The answers you seek, perhaps they await you there. I guess if he's staring directly west, which would make sense with the sun's position, then technically he was looking northwest right there. I can't assume that, and actually that's a false assumption, to assume that he was looking directly north. Like I said, northwest would have been the top left corner, but based on the sun's position, that can't actually be north, so that actually checks out. He was looking west. He was looking due west at the sun, and that's why he looked to the top right corner for northwest. I get it, I get it. They had me in the first half, you know, but we figured it out. Alright. We get 3 new recruits off the bat, which is really, really good. And now, before we step into this next dungeon, I need to adjust some stuff in the bag. Probably get some reviver seeds, and also like a couple escape orbs and maybe a cleanse or something. First we can do this, and I guess sell off these torment TMs. Yeah, see, like I was figuring, they're only 300 each because it's a pretty bad attack. Well, it doesn't even do damage. Torment's a very bad move in general. But we'll make some space in the bag. Maybe these guys got something good to sell. Also, these 2 special bands I'm going to sell as well. And then everything else I'll just deposit into storage for like whatever I'm not going to bring into the next dungeon. But we're going to go in there with at least 1 full page of items. Because I do remember I played these once a long time ago. These 3 dungeons are very, very annoying, and there's a bunch of trap tiles everywhere. I kind of remember that. He's got another reviver. I might as well take that with me. It's only 800 coins. But we don't need any of this. Let me see what Shiny Bro has over here. Sometimes he'd be selling the good orbs. He does, but I already have a few petrifies in storage. Alright. So let's do this. I guess I could take Trico with me to these 3 dungeons, because we do have to do a boss fight against a legendary Pokemon at the end. I don't really need to. And it is kind of annoying when you do bring Pokemon, because then they be stepping on trap tiles too, and they just become a liability. But Trico is really, really strong. And I haven't actually, had a lot of screen time with Bro. Actually, I take that back. I did last time with, I brought him to go fight Kyogre. We don't need any of these TMs. That'll be for later. Alright, 2 Oran Berries, 2 Elixirs, and 2 Revivers. That's pretty good. I guess I could store 1 more apple. And I think we're good to go with this. I could take a few more rocks out of storage. I probably have a whole bunch of them. Yeah. 138. Let's go ahead and just take, another handful. Alright. That's good to go, and I guess... Do we actually go get Trico? Well, the first one is Entei. I really don't need Trico for that. But you know what? I might as well. It'll just let everything go a little bit quicker. So let's go visit Trico. He's hanging out here with Sudowoodo and our newly acquired Heracross there. Alright. Let's do this. And let's head off to the fiery field. And bring Trico through the hot lava dungeon. Alright. To enter this dungeon, the team must have Surf. Of course. One more thing I gotta put in the bag. Alternatively, I could teach Surf to Squirtle. It's not very good. But I also don't really need Ice Beam. We could just go with the triple water coverage. Because I think, that's right, we need Surf to get into all 3 of these dungeons. Also, I have another copy of Ice Beam in storage, so... But I don't remember if you use the Surf, because there is like no TMs and HMs in this game, they're just attacks. I don't know if I'm going to lose Surf. But I guess it doesn't matter, right, if I do lose it, because I'm always going to bring... Squirtle into every dungeon. Let's go ahead and get rid of Ice Beam. It only has 8 PP anyway. It's cool because it's a range attack, but so is Bubble. So let's do this. Oh, and we get to keep Surf. Okay. Perfect. So now we can put it back in storage. It just wastes space in the bag. And also, I also forgot to link attacks. While I'm here, I might as well do this as well. Oh, he's talking about the buried relic too. I still need to go there, but I really want to push for the friend bow. That's kind of the next thing I want to do. So we're gonna go ahead and knock off all 4 of these next dungeons like consecutively, and then I'll check out buried relic and Western Cave like the other 99 floor dungeons. All right, let's link up here. I'll put this down like at the bottom. And I always got to remember to put water gun before bubble. And these are the 2 that I want to link. Because the reason why it's better to put water gun first, like if you have 2 enemies in a straight line in a hallway, if water gun was to get the first KO, you launch the next attack before the enemies get to step forward, right? So assuming your second attack in a link combo would just be something that hits from 1 tile away, you'll miss that second attack if the first one picks up the KO. So it's always better if you have a ranged attack to put it as the second move in the link combo. Because that way, you get free damage on the next Pokemon that's like further down the hallway. I mean, not necessarily a hallway, but also in big rooms too. The enemies have to be like in a consecutive line. Alright, let's go check this out and see what we got here. I forgot to bring an escape orb, but that's okay. We're just gonna have to full send it then. And we're greeted by 4 Pokemon right off the bat. I guess I can... See? They're all gonna be in a straight line here. Vulpix used Flamethrower, but how come I didn't see an animation? Maybe it was the Vulpix in the back. So if we Oko this guy, which we do, then we get the free bubble on the next Vulpix and pick up another Oko. So that's not bad. And I think the last Pokemon down there must be sleeping, but they're still in a line. Oh, it's a Ursaring. Bro took 100 damage from that. We woke up the sleeping bear, which is something that you never want to do. But, especially now because I missed the bite, but it's okay. Also, it's really good to be linked up because... Okay, the other Pokemon in here is sleeping as well. I don't need the thorns. Because I do still need to grow levels, right? It's in terms of trying to level up. I know I've talked about this before, but I'll just say it again. You do get an additional 1.5x multiplier. Why am I... What is the accuracy on Surf? I'm 0 for 2 in my career with Surf. That's crazy. Get this damn slug out of here. We do still need to level up, right? Because every 10 levels, starting at level 30, your odds of recruiting Pokemon... Oh yeah, bro has Bullet Seed, that's right. Your odds of recruiting Pokemon go up, like every 10 levels. Again, starting at level 30, so... Now that we are between... This place is so annoying with the trap tiles. Now that we are between 30 and 39, as you can see we're at level 37, I get like an additional 5% added to my recruitment odds. But once the next threshold, you know, being level 40, between level 40 and 49, I'll get like another 5% boost, kind of in that ballpark. So that's really, really going to help. I need to also, I'm going to check my IQ stats here in a minute. Because I think I might have earned the, oh, nice. Escape Orb's really clutch in case things go sideways. I think, I haven't done this since I gave Squirtle a lot of jelly beans, but I might have like that Trap Seer or Trap Avoider thing. So that way when I step on traps, like they don't go off. I don't really know what it does, Trap Avoider. I gotta read up about these because I've never used these before. Often avoid stepping on visible traps. Well, that would be like for Trico. I can control where I'm going, but there's another one about traps somewhere. That's the bottom of the list. Okay, so I guess I don't have that one unlocked yet. With that being the case, I guess if I find any jelly beans in this dungeon, okay, it's just got an apple. That's fine. Whatever jelly beans I find, I'll just go ahead and eat them. And see if I can get to that next, the next threshold for learning a new IQ skill. Alright, man. Surf is... It's pretty bad, it seems, with accuracy. Go ahead and finish it with a bite. Oh, Vulpix wants to join the squad. I mean, that's cool. But, again, Vulpix is going to be a liability, and Entei would probably just one-shot it. Do we go for this item and wake up the sleeping bear? I think so. Switcher Orb wasn't worth it. Oh, I can't even use Water Gun because it's sealed. That's right. Let's do this and let Trico KO him. Mega Drain. Trico missed, and now he's gonna die. Okay, he didn't die. Fury Swipes did an insane amount of damage right there. I forgot that my Link combo is sealed, so I can't use it on this floor. Or for the duration of the floor. But now we can use it again. Let's go check out what these items are up here. Hello, Mr. Bear. I gotta quit missing, bro. Fury Swipes is definitely a very dangerous attack. Just like Bullet Seed, any kind of multi-hit move in this game. Ooh. I didn't even know there was Reviver Seeds in here. That's kind of crazy. By the way, I think I found like a Switcher Orb or something. Yeah, I don't even want that in the bag. I'll just toss it down the hallway. But yeah, any kind of multi-hit move for some reason is like really, really broken in this game. See if we can actually double hit the Link move here. Finally. And we get... Oh, I forgot to stack my rocks, by the way. When I took that stack out of storage, they didn't stack with the other ones that I had. So what you gotta do is just place them on the ground and then re-step on them. And they'll all combine into one stack. Alright, Vulpix, I guess we can hit a Link combo on this too, but yeah, barely get any experience for it. Ursaring gave like 500. That was crazy. Alright, we're definitely gonna grab this apple for sure. Okay, Surf was sealed. At least I can still use the Link combo. There's so many damn traps in this place. Alright, bro. Right on cue, there's another one. Now, I'm pretty sure this dungeon is only like 30 floors, so it's really not that long. Let's go ahead and surf the camel here. See ya, buddy. Wait, 220? That's actually pretty good. So I'd actually get like 350 if I kill it with the link combo. I love the eye drop seed, man. That's perfect for a dungeon like this. 300 for a link combo on Slugma is not bad. It, you know, being at this level of the game now, like, you need such an insane amount of experience points, but I think it's like 20,000 for each level. But of course, you know, I've been playing for quite a while since the last level, so that's why it's only 6k more. A Pierce Band? That's actually pretty good. I do need that for something later. And one of my apples got spoiled, that's okay. Speaking of the grimy food, I'm just going to hit it right now. So right next to the stairs. The Pierce Band is actually cool. I plan on making a like a YouTube short or a TikTok or whatever with that item. Is that a monster house down there? It probably is. And also, like, if this floor wasn't sunny, I would definitely go fight all those Pokemon, but it powers down my water attack, so I'm not going to do it. Oh, they got Charmanders in here? What is this? Okay, well, they're going to take damage as well. Wait, how come I took a lot more than them? It's kind of sus. Or maybe it's set 20 damage to all enemies, but it just does half HP to your team. But Trico hits 34, that's not bad. These stat gains are what they are at this point, but they're not super important compared to, like, during the main playthrough. I gotta make sure I step carefully there so Trico didn't re-step on that tile. Great. Okay, I warped right to the stairs. That's really lucky. He's warping somewhere too, but whatever. By the way, I was just about to say I need to set my gravel rocks so that I could use them with the hotkey button and not have to, like, open the menu. I was about to start saying that, and then I stepped on the warp tile. So let me go ahead and do this and set them. Let's throw one at Charmander. Oh, went way over his head and got the other Charmander instead. I guess if this guy tries to join right now, I should probably take it. I mean, there's two of them. All right, let's go follow this one that I just woke up. Okay, bro almost warped out of here. That was crazy. Hit it with a surf. And he does not want to join Team Turtle either. Okay, we find 3 escape orbs in here, which is really, really good, actually. Because again, like I've been saying before, we need a lot of escape orbs. Not yet, but we will when we start really banging out the recruits. Because there's going to be a lot of dungeons where I go in there, we recruit 3 Pokemon on the first floor, and then we can just warp right out. If you don't... Oh, I hate confusion. Just going to Hunger Heal it off, but for some reason it... Okay, it just wore off. But if you don't bring the escape orbs with you... Oh, I need to elixir, huh? I'll go ahead and get some mileage out of Bite. But for example, like, if you go into a dungeon and you recruit 3 Pokemon on the first floor... Dude, that was annoying. That's okay, I'll make a push for the stairs. Basically, what I was trying to say there is you have to finish the dungeon if you don't have escape orbs on you. These traps are hella annoying. Alright, Trico is about to get in a fight, so I'm going to switch who is the leader here and go do that myself. Yeah, okay. Leader, perfect. Go ahead and... I'll just take it out with a Bullet Seed. Mega Drain definitely would not have O-code it. Oh wait, Magby wants to join the team? No. I'm only going to accept a recruit here if it's like a Charmander or something kind of rare. Squirtle, quit stepping on the trap, brother. What are you doing, man? Let me proceed so that they come back together here. Okay, cool. I actually need a... I actually need this elixir. But then we're going to put Squirtle back as the leader here. That way I can use my X-ray specs. Now we see this other turtle trying to pull up. I think it's sunny on this floor, so I don't even know if Surf would OHKO, but Well, it definitely ain't gonna Oko if you miss. That's for sure. Alright, let's see. 58 out of 100 bellies. So we need to apple pretty soon. I could also Oranberry and probably should, but I'm not going to. Hunger Seed we also don't need. I'm just gonna throw that. And then 3 elixirs. Okay, I'll go ahead and hit one of those soon. Probably at the end of this floor. I'm just gonna go ahead and use Bite on the rest of these scrubs as I get burnt. Nice. Whatever. Okay, wait, that's not a monster house, right? Because I don't think sticks can be in a house. No. I don't really care about the sticks, though. They are better than gravel rocks, for sure. But, why didn't I pick up the warp seed? Oh, my bag's full. I'm just gonna go ahead and apple, then. I want to grab this warp seed for later. Alright. Oh, bubble is the linked move, that's right. I can't even utilize that. We'll soften him up a little bit, and somehow he still lived that too. That thing has over 120 HP. Because I did 40 damage, right? 20 times 2 rocks, and then Bite did 80. And bro still survived all of that. That was crazy. Alright, we Oko that fake-ass turtle with a surf as a real turtle. But now I'm in a bit of a predicament because I should have hit an elixir. I guess, let me see if he'll no, his attacks can cut corners. Alright, let's do this and then hit him with a Bite and see if Trico will finish him off. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit the elixir now. There's no point in waiting. Let me free up a space in the bag too. Actually, here, step up and I can hit you with the combo. Alright, now we just gotta find the stairs. I just elixired, bro. Oh, okay, I didn't... That's what I mean about being careful with the, But Trico doesn't have the IQ skill of Trap Avoider, so I can't even turn that on for him. It's only Squirtle that had it. Bro. That's why, you know, if you don't have your, or that IQ skill for your opponent, or I mean for your opponent, for your teammate, you have to be very careful with your steps. But, for example, if I had, like, Trap Avoider for Trico, then he would have walked right around that. He wouldn't have stepped on that thing. Alright, man. Okay, I wasn't expecting calcium. I just figured that was another elixir. Let me go ahead and just consume the calcium then. Why not? A little boost to the special attack. Damn it, now I'm no longer linked up for the fight against Entei. Kinda sucks, but it is what it is, you know? I feel pretty good about that fight. Assuming I can keep my, Okay, so I lost Bubble. And water, okay, water gun's on the hotkey. Assuming I can keep all my Reviver Seeds by the time we get there, I don't think we're gonna have an issue with that fight. Oh, that's like the 4th PP0 trap in a row here. Bro's trying to use Bullet Seed, but he don't have no PP left. Maybe that's the only move I have turned on for him then. I think 'cause that's what I did against Kyogre last time out. No, wrong button. Oh, it was Bullet Seed Mega Drain that I left on, okay. I'm gonna turn on all his attacks now, and then we'll switch it once we get closer to Entei. But yeah, Trico stepped on 2 PP0 traps, and I think Squirtle has too. It's crazy. But that is what this place is known for. What are these coins? I don't even need that. I do remember that from back in the day. There was a whole bunch of Oh, roll call is actually pretty good in case I keep stepping on these warp traps. What? Chill, bro. The flamethrower, huh? All right. Let me body block him real quick. It does 1 damage to Squirtle, but it did 50 damage to Trico. But yeah, not only this place, but the other 2 as well. Raiku's location, and same for Suicune, and there's just traps everywhere. Right, we got an enemy down there that's walking over lava. It's Rapidash. Well, actually, maybe all fire types can. I don't even know. I feel like some of them can't though, because we've been in other fire dungeons before, like the one with Groudon. But of course, the first time through here, we're not going to be able to recruit Entei. There's, you know, a 0% chance of that. So we're going to have to visit all of these dungeons a second time, at least. Probably more like 3-4 times each. Okay, man. Well, let me just switch the leader here then. Leader. And then, you know, and then at some point we'll come back and try to recruit all 3 of the legendary beasts. But first, we just have to go through here one time each, and then it's like part of the main story, which is why you can't recruit them first go around. Let's put Squirtle back as the leader. What is going on in this room over here? There's Mons everywhere. One of them's probably a Ditto, though. Because I seen the note about Ditto transformed. Okay, that's the Ditto. Why is my accuracy so bad all of a sudden? What is going on here? Ditto's about to KO itself to struggle recoil, so I might as well attack Flareon. Yeah, see ya, buddy. Alright. And there it is. Not Trico. Squirtle gets to 38. Trico just leveled up a couple floors ago. Not bad. Now I'm curious how many experience points to get to 39. It's going to be a while before I hit 40, but that will be a nice little boost to the recruitment odds once I can get there. 30,000. I really need to get some Joy Seeds. I know I've talked about that before. Like using Wonder Mail codes for Joy Seeds. I'm just going to go ahead and use this. Let me bring these other 2 items to me. Alright, they were kind of pointless. But I still haven't done that yet. I haven't used Wonder Mail codes to get like a whole bunch of Joy Seeds. Well, now I gotta wait for slowing effect to wear off here. Okay. So at some point I probably will do that, but I haven't done it yet. I kind of want to see if... Because, okay, so here's the thing about the Joy Seeds, right? Well, I can Hunger Heal that off because there's no enemies on the floor. If I use all the Joy Seeds and put Squirtle to level 100, you know, I could do that right now. But then that would make recruiting a little too easy. Even though that's kind of what I want, so this isn't like 500 episodes in the playlist. What is this? Bounce Band? I don't know if that would sell for much money. And it makes thrown items bounce off the Pokemon. I'm going to leave that behind. So I'm going to hold off as long as I can. Hopefully never do that. But if it gets to a point where, you know, we go like 5-6 episodes in a row of not being able to recruit stuff because I'm too low level, I'm going to go ahead and hit another elixir. I only have 2 though. That's not good. I still have to give one to Trico. Might have to resort to using these 3 revivers as a way to get PP back at some point. I'm gonna go ahead and hit one right now. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't get to that point where I have to... Damn, that didn't even... How did Ditto have that much HP? Well, we'll see, we'll see. If it gets to that point, it gets to that point. Okay, neither one of them see me for some reason, even though I'm just chucking rocks at them. Oh, I had space for the Chesto. Okay, what is this? Bro. A heal seed? I'm gonna take that over the Chesto. I'll just go ahead and eat the Chesto. I literally just elixired. That's really annoying when you just hit an elixir and then step on a PP0. Alright, get me out of here. I think if I get, like, when I get closer, I should also hit the eye drop seed. This is, like, next time I elixir, actually, I'll hit it. Blinker seed, it's pointless. Oh, man. Whenever that stuff happens, too, then I forget my train of thought, what I was talking about, but... Probably gonna have to fight the Squilava, but... I gotta start conserving some PP here. Perfect. But yeah, I think I was talking about the Joy Seed, aka Rare Candy thing. I'm gonna hold off as long as I can with doing that, but... At some point... Alright, man. Come on, bro. What are we doing here? That's really annoying, especially when the stairs are right here. I just lost like 30 attacks right there for losing Water Gun and Surf. Petrify I don't need to take with me, but... Wow, I only have the one elixir. I guess it's better than the Evasion Orb. I should have just used the Evasion Orb, but it doesn't really help. Okay, we got camels everywhere here. Let's do this and try to take this guy out first. Okay. Oh, Water Gun was still the set move. I was wondering why bro wasn't stepping forward, but it's because Trico had to get an attack in there. Alright, man, get out of here. Stupid snail. Put me to sleep for no reason. I'm gonna go grab these coins even though I don't need them. But I do, but I don't, you know. We still have to purchase... That was like the max turns of sleep right there, jeez. I still need to purchase a lot of friend areas, right? What? Why would he not see us until that tile right there? Anyway, I thought he was walking the other way, so that's why I kept going. But I did get a whole bunch of cash when I went through Purity Forest. I think when I cleared the dungeon, I had like 20,000 Poke Coins on me. So that was a big boost in terms of being able to buy more friend areas. Now, let's go for the bubble here. Yeah, you quick attack all you want. I'm going to finish you off with some rocks. I'll save a little PP. You ain't doing no damage anyway, buddy. Alright. These PP zeros are starting to get annoying at this point. Quick Seed. Let me just eat it. It's not really worth bringing with me. Also, I don't know why I'm holding on to this hidden power. Okay, Solar Beam is way better. I was going to say I shouldn't carry any TMs on me, but I will carry Solar Beam. This is the first time I've seen it. Trico, what are you doing, man? Why would you do that? I was gonna say I have to let him catch up because I hit that Quick Seed. Alright, let's go ahead and rip the roll call then. I don't feel like waiting to find the stairs. Alright, here they are though. Not bad, not bad. That was a nasty floor 20 right there. Hello, Machoke. I did not do much damage at all. I think Trico's out of every attack now, which is kind of funny. Never mind, he's still got quick attacks. Okay, he's definitely out of all three of the other ones, though. Oh, I had space in the bag, I guess. Let me go ahead and just eat the Chesto. Doesn't really help. I don't think there's anything that's going to have... Dude. Camera up did 100 to the Mad Cargo. I was gonna say I don't think there's anybody that's gonna have Hypnosis in here, but Mad Cargo does have Yawn. It's already put me to sleep a couple times. So the Chesto Berry is cool, but it doesn't even last. The Totter Seed's trash. I don't need that. It doesn't even last the whole duration of the floor. It's just like a short time. And even by the time I could even finish that sentence, as you can tell, there's no indicator over my head anymore, so it already wore off. Thank you for not stepping on that, Trico. Actually, Bubble has range. What am I doing? And a Blast Seed. I guess we can keep that. That is free damage on Entei. If I get in a pickle. But man, these PP0 traps are rough. I kind of have to just save this elixir until I get there. And I only have 4 bubbles left. This is not good. I mean, we do have a bunch of escape orbs. I could always escape out of here and come back. Speaking of, I'm going to take this one too. Oh, but I have the Revivers as a way to restore PP, that's right. Let me swap the Petrify. Let's take a quick peek as to what's up here. Sticks and what? More sticks, okay. But again, the more I walk around, the more likelihood I step on a trap tile. And of course, there's a Pokemon sleeping on the stairs. Nice. If I didn't have all these Revivers, honestly, I probably would have to escape out of here to go get more max elixirs. Because I'm going to use the rest of my PP right here. I think this is my last bubble. It was. But now, like... I know as soon as I hit the elixir, I'm going to step on another PP0, so I kind of need to wait. So I'm going to see how much mileage I can get out of Gravel Rocks plus Bite. That's kind of a way to KO every enemy. But there's still 7 more floors to go before Entei. That's really bad. So I'm definitely going to have to elixir again, and then and just kind of hold the L if we get to Entei. That still doesn't even KO. Oh, great. Can I even hit him with rocks? I can. Okay, that's good. I don't think you can hit them when you become a whiffer. Alright, he's doing good damage with quick attack right there. And KO with bite. Alright, not bad, not bad. But yeah, Entei of course has pressure as well, so he's gonna drain what little PP I have left, if I have any left. But I think I need to hit this this elixir. I'm gonna KO Combuskin and then elixir up. Well, actually, not until I get to next floor though, because I do want to hit that eye drop seed. And we're down to 30 out of 100 bellies, so we gotta hit this apple as well. Okay. I was gonna say, please don't be the elixir. Imagine if I elixired there and then took 1 step and then the eye drop seed. Or you're like, without, like if I didn't use the eye drop seed and I elixir, I take 1 step and step on a PP0. That would have been awful. By the way, I'm not gonna elixir here. I'll wait till the next floor again, since this is free. Oh man, just spawn me on the stairs like yeah, like 5 more times, because then I can wait for the elixir. We made him cringe, which means I can take him out. Okay. Also, do I press to see what these are? No, I don't. Let's just go. Whoops, that was a misinput. Okay, that was like 3 free floors after I was just about ready to hit the elixir. So that works out. And the stairs are in here too, so another free floor. Alright, man, alright. We get it, we get it. Also, Trico can't do anything against Entei because I only have the 1 elixir, so bro's gonna have to get KO'd first. And then, that's pretty good damage right there. We take it out with a rock. Oh, Charmeleons are up in this place too now. Psychic. Interesting. I think I'm going to take this with me. I'm going to go ahead and do the thing then. Elixir plus eye drop seed. That way I have space for this. Right next to a sticky trap and a seal trap. Alright. Let me pick this up and then let's take out Charmeleon with the surf here. Oh, he had the sneak scarf. Okay, whatever. I guess I'll take it because I have space. Now that we have eye drop active for the whole floor, there's no way I step on a PP0. And look at that. Of course, there was a PP0 right there. There's hella traps in here. Damn. Confusion, slow trap. This place is crazy, man. Actually, a warp tile. Look at all those red X's on the minimap. That's ridiculous. Let's go ahead and set bubble here. At least get some mileage out of this. Okay, and that's where the stairs were the whole time. Alright. Can I go 2 more floors, 28 and 29, without stepping on a PP0? The answer is no. I don't have any more. It's gonna happen. I don't have any more eye drops, do I? We got 3 revivers though, and remember, once I get KO'd, you come back with full PP. I thought that was a PP0 when it first went off. Okay. Woo! 1 more floor. Can I actually get to Entei with some PP? You know, even if I do, it still is kind of lame that Trico has nothing left. He has a couple quick attacks, but let me turn off Absorb and quick attack. Well, because I don't want him using quick attack against Entei. I guess it'll still do some damage, but really I need to let him get KO'd and then turn quick attack off and just roll with bullet seed. So I guess I'll leave it on for now, but what are these, Firestones? That's actually dope. I don't know if I have any of those yet. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit an apple. I don't need to, but there's no reason not to. And then what else could I toss? I want to pick these both up. I don't need the sneak scarf, honestly. Alright, cool. Oh, that was a sneak scarf that I just chucked across the room. Alright, let's use up some surfs and water guns here. I'm going to save Bubble because it's at least like a free hit against Entei. But I kind of want to spread out the PP a little bit, especially because Bro has, well, in case I step on a PP0. But also because of Entei's pressure. Combuskin found the sneak scarf. Well, good for Combuskin. He can have that. Where are the stairs, man? The more I walk around, the more odds I step on the old PP0. Alright, bro. That was really lame, too, that I stepped on or like one of the PP0s because it caused my Link combo to become delinked. That really would have helped in the Entei fight, you know, getting to attack twice. I don't really care about Ice Beam. I already got one of those in storage. The double miss is annoying, but whatever. As soon as we connect attack, he'll go down there. What is this? Hidden power? Nah. This must be the Ice Beam, right? Oh no, Thief. So one of those two enemies down below me there had the, Alright, I'm checking tile by tile right here. One of those other two enemies down there had the Ice Beam TM, but we're good to move on. We got full belly. The Trico doesn't have any attacks, but that's okay. I do have the Reviver Seeds, so once Bro gets KO'd by a Fire Blast from Entei, then he'll come back with Bullet Seeds. What compelled you to come? I want you to check out this feather that I got. The likes of you have no business being here. Alright then, what are you gonna do about it, boss? By the way, Entei is my favorite of the 3 legendary Johto beasts. I know usually, like, especially all my buddies, they all like Suicune the best. I feel bad for, there's probably not too many Raikou fans out there. But to me, I think Entei is way cooler than both Suicune and Raikou. I am Entei. I live surrounded by the fiery lava of volcanoes. I've noticed. If you refuse to leave, I shall forcefully expel you. Give me your best shot, bud. Catch this bubble real quick. 92 damage? That's pretty bad. But whatever, let's see how much Surf does. 122, okay, that's way stronger. Quick attack again, pitiful, pitiful damage, but if Trico can ever get KO'd, I might as well go for Surf. Let me see how much Water Gun does. 103, okay, Surf is the strongest. Oh, I cringed. That's lame. Now Trico's going for Struggle. Which is actually good because he will KO himself. Let me turn off the other attack while I have a chance, though. Quick attack, get rid of that. So when Bro comes back with the Reviver, he'll just be ripping Bullet Seeds. How much HP does he have left? Oh, he only has 20. Okay, he'll get KO to the next attack. Never mind. We sauce up Entei with the Surfs. Don't even need the Reviver Seeds, man. Easy money. Alright. Now, Entei, I need you to calm down, man. And tell me, what do I gotta do next with this feather here? I lost. Damn right. You. What do you wish? Here. Well, what? This is the Clear Wing. I understand now. To meet that Pokemon. Who? What are you talking about? Stand aside. Okay. Bro just fire blasted my feather and burnt it to a crisp. Entei's fiery blast made the Clear Wing flare. The Clear Wing transformed into the Red Wing. Okay. Not to be confused with the hockey team from Detroit. Take this and go west. There you will find the Lightning Field. You will know your path there. Now go to the Lightning Field. Roger that, Entei. Squirtle received the Red Wing. Okay. And gained access to the Lightning Field. Scheist. Alright, well, I'm not going to do Lightning Field today, but I'm going to go for a little bit longer and try to get some more recruits, because we only got those 3 Mons recruited in the Great Canyon, right? So we're going to do that. First I need to... Okay, never mind. I was going to say I need to set Trico back in his friend area, but apparently he's not even on the team anymore. So that's good. I guess I'll have to pull him out every time then. Do I have anything to sell? No, I want to keep the Pierce Band. Again, I'm gonna make like a YouTube short / TikTok thing about the Pierce Band. The Pierce Band comboing with Joy Seeds. We'll get into that later. And I guess I can keep Psychic Solar Beam. That's the first time I found those two. I'm kind of curious how much they sell for though. Solar Beam's kind of annoying, right? Because it's a 2-turn attack. It's worth 2k. Damn. But Psychic will be good once I recruit like a good Psychic Mon. Which I already do, actually. I have Latios and Latios. Let's go ahead and store a bunch of stuff. Almost everything, actually. I forgot to bring like a Cleanse Orb and other stuff with me. That was kind of a mistake, like just full sending it in there. But that's how I roll. Blast Seed, Heal Seed, I don't need. I also don't need the Warp Seed either. Whoops. Alright. Let's store a whole bunch of stuff, because I'm going to go out, like I said, on a recruiting mission. Also to bang out some more side quests, right? To get the team rank up a little bit, because I do want to hit gold rank eventually. Also, I don't need these other orange berries. But I'm going to take a couple of escape orbs with me, because we're just going to recruit stuff and escape out. If like the, whatever side quest I pick is kind of like the lengthy one, then I'll definitely just warp out. I should also deposit all my cash. Alright, so we got 4,400 in the bank, and we're going to deposit another 6,800. So that's pretty good, because then I'll be able to afford a couple, well, at least like one friend area. How many more do I still have to purchase, by the way? Oh, really not that much more. 3, 6, oh, there's only 7 left. Okay. That's not bad. Actually, that's not bad. I think after I came out of Purity Forest with that 20k, I did buy like a handful of friend areas with it. Well, obviously, that's why I have not that much money left in the bank. Alright, what do we got here? Are any of these worth like a friend area? That's a B rank mission. I'd probably take that. Max Elixir plus something. You always got to be on the lookout for friend areas here. Alright, let's go ahead and do this one. Mount Blaze, 11th floor. See if we can recruit some fire types along the way. Oh yeah, what do these chumps have to sell today? Even though I just deposited all my money. Oh, he's got a Joy Seed for 3k. I'm actually about to buy that. That's actually, I think, the very first time I've seen him selling Joy Seeds. Unless I bought one before and I put it in storage, but I don't think when we were looking in storage earlier, I didn't see any Joy Seeds in there. So I think this is actually the first time that he's been selling them. Give me 3k. Alright. Let me get that Joy Seed, man. As soon as I hit level 39, I will go ahead and rip this to get to level 40. That's perfect. And also, speaking of, to get the level up quicker, I'm going to take this leftover cash and go relink again. And hopefully not step on a PP0. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and link Water Gun Bubble again. Perfect. Nope, we're good. Alright. So let's go ahead and accept this, well, it's the only job I have. And then let's go through all 11 floors of Mount Blaze, complete the side quest, and then see if I can get 3 recruits along the way. That'd be really good. But even if it's only 1 recruit, that's still, you know, something is better than nothing. Alright, Mount Blaze. Oh, it's one of these. I should have taken a Reviver Seed with me. It's going to be some level 1 scrubby Zubat joining the squad. Do I have any revivers? Oh, I do. I have one. Okay. By the way, I should have deposited that Joy Seed. That was a mistake. Oh. Alright, man. I don't want him to attack the Zubat, so I'm trying to be careful, but I was going to snipe it with Bubble. But Bubble is the link combo. I didn't realize this was an escort mission. These are kind of annoying. By the way, I don't think I can recruit Pidgeot. There's no way. Slugma, Magby, and Numel. Okay. Wait, do I have any of those yet? No. Really? Does recruited Pokemon just tell you, like, if they're on your party and you've recruited them? I don't think it does. I thought I recruited a Numel at one point. That's weird. I still, up to this point in the playthrough, I've never evolved a single Mon that I've recruited. At this point, they're just all duplicates. Why is there like only one Pidgeot per floor? Where is everybody else? It's kind of weird. Let's grab these gummies, start stockpiling more of that. I'm not going to consume them yet. I'll wait to do the thing again that I was showcasing. Okay, this Mon's running away. That I was doing last time, right? With feeding them in the friend area, you just get an extra stat boost. I shouldn't have deposited all my money. I forgot about Kecleon shops randomly showing up. Blowback, Petrify, Blowback. Got a couple apples, but I don't really need them. Oh, he's got 2 Reviver Seeds? Bro's trolling right now. I only have 275 coins, though. I actually cannot get those Revivers. That's super annoying. Okay. Let's see if we can recruit the camel here. I might have just lost my Zubat. Don't. You're trolling so hard. I didn't mean to do that. I accidentally clicked X for like the regular attack instead of using an actual attack. I hit the wrong button. Alright, bro. I didn't mean to do that. I already lost the 1 Reviver Seed. I might as well just consume the Plain Seed. It doesn't do anything. Now I really want those extra Revivers. But unless I find like a TM worth a bunch of money over here, I can't even get it. Oh, it's 38 coins. Okay. I have no way of getting those Reviver Seeds. I'm just gonna move on. Damn it, man. I hit the wrong button there. Oh well. Now I just gotta be really careful. We only have to get to the 11th floor, so it's really not that hard, but if Zubat gets attacked, I will fail the mission and lose, you know, at least half or more of the items in inventory, which these items don't really matter. Sure, it would suck to lose the Joy Seed, but most importantly, I'm worried about losing my X-ray specs if I fail a mission like that. So now I'm not really going to worry about recruiting any Pokemon. Man, note to self, you don't need to be depositing all the cash. The only reason you want to deposit cash like that is if you go into a really hard dungeon that you end up failing. Bros, I gotta watch the mini-map, make sure it doesn't sneak up behind Zubat there. Cause you do also lose all the money you have on you if you get KO'd inside of a dungeon. So that's kind of the oh, there's a lot of items here. I have to go check these out. Power Band, okay. Torment, no, whatever. I still want to see if I can get some of these recruits. Damn, I don't get that Numel. But I just got to be careful doing this because, you know, if Zubat gets KO'd, then we're cooked. But yeah, so that's the thing about keeping the cash on you. You know, if you're going to go into like a really hard dungeon, it's best to just deposit it so you don't lose the cash. Let me see who this is over here. Another Numel. Come here, bud. Would you like to be a part of Team Turtle? Even though you're a camel? Alright, he said no. Onward we go. We only got to go to the 11th floor, so it's not that bad, but if somebody sneaks up behind Zubat, it's Jover. 62 coins. We got some more coins over here. I see a couple Mons lurking here. It's actually all the turtles. We got 3 different turtles on screen right now and a bat. I feel like I already had a Shuckle, right? No? Shuckle, Slugma, and Torkoal. Alright, let's try to get them. Strike 1. That's bad positioning, by the way. Okay, we got the Torkoal, nice. That was bad positioning, by the way, because if I double missed right there, and Zubat tried to hit him with Leech Life, I'm pretty sure like the fire attacks can cut corners, and he, you know, Torkoal could have taken out Zubat right there. That was a bad idea. But we survived, And we got a new member to the squad, most importantly. Let's grab these coins. Actually, Go see what this is down here. 10 Pokecoins. Not really worth it. We did get a recruit though. So at least we're making progress here. Let's go ahead and grab all these items as well. Oh, a link box. Nice. Although I already have a handful of those in storage, so wasn't that important of a find, but still cool. We're in a bad spot again. Okay, do not miss. Okay, just one of those 2 attacks obviously is gonna Oko. It's overkill on the damage, but you know, every move in Mystery Dungeon has like 88% accuracy for just no reason. So it's very possible for a double miss there, and then Zubat could have got absolutely barbecued. All right, we made it to the destination floor though. It's the next one. Let's just go. I don't want to lose my Joy Seed, the only Joy Seed I've ever had in this playthrough, and my X-Ray specs. All right, Rapidash found a link box. Don't care. Although I am kind of curious what the rest of these items are though. Well, I was gonna say it's just a Rapidash on the floor, but now something else spawned in. Let's grab this link box, check out these other 2 items. Okay, that other Mon's going a different way. I can see the yellow dot. Everybody can see it on the mini-map. That indicates the Pokemon that we're looking for to complete the side quest. I want to see if I can get another recruit. Can I even get Rapidash? I probably have to recruit Ponyta's and then evolve it. Yeah, Slugma and Torkoal. Usually, like, fully evolved Mons you can't really recruit. Some you can, but actually maybe none of them you can. I don't know. I don't even know. I shouldn't be saying that, but let's go ahead and find this Anorith. That Torkoal snuck up on me so fast I was not ready for that. Do I risk the double miss? Yeah, I'm shy, so I'm going for it. Okay, we hit him. Bro came out of nowhere right there. That was bad. If he would have went for an actual attack, obviously Zubat would have got O-code. And I was, you know, I would have been that close to finishing the side quest. That was crazy. Alright, get me out of here, man. Also, I could stick around and try to get more recruits, but I'll save the apple, because I was getting hungry. I was actually about to start starving from hunger right there. Okay. Whew. 400 coins, and more importantly, 80 rescue points. Which should put me like a little over 1100, I think. And I don't remember what the threshold was to hit gold rank. But I feel like it would be pretty cool to hit gold. It's probably like 1500 or something. So we still got a ways to go. Yeah, we're silver rank with 1120 points. Okay. Alright, let me go deposit this Joy Seed in storage, and then well, I think I'm gonna do like one more side quest before I get out of here. We have an A rank mission, but it's on floor 26. And you only get 1,000 Pokecoins? Nah, that's not it. Okay, these are all kind of bad. I'm going to accept them all and then just instantly toss all 3 of them so that next time we come out of a dungeon, Pelipper will like refill the mailbox. But Pelipper never shows up if you have 4 items in the mailbox. You have to clear them all first. So you can like accept jobs to get them out the mailbox and then just delete them out of here if you don't want to do them. But we're going to run over to the bulletin board, grab one more. Let me see what else the guy's got in the shop here. And we'll grab one more item or one more side quest and then complete it. I think I have enough revivers and elixirs in storage. I don't need to keep buying those anymore. Not until, damn, you got a lot of copies of Flamethrower, huh? But yeah, not until I finish purchasing all the friend areas of Wigglytuff. Alright, store this Joy Seed and then also the Jelly Beans. Power Band, Torment. I'll sell all this stuff later. I'm not going to waste time selling it on stream. Oops. Yes, deposit. Alright, and we'll just go in there with an Oranberry and a couple apples. Unless it's another escort mission, then I have to take like a reviver with me. I didn't even pay attention to what the last mission was. We have S rank. Well, okay, I definitely have to accept this now. Just for science, right? We need to see how many It's only worth 600, like the reward is only 600 Pokecoins, so that's really, really bad. But I'm just curious, like how many rescue team like reputation points do I get for an S rank mission? I've never seen that before. We've only seen A's up to this point. A purple gummy is not worth it. A heal ribbon. Let me find something that's worth like a, or at least like net's a good reward. And they're all coins though. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do Frosty Forest floor 6. Relatively short. But I don't really care about the reward. I mainly want to see if I can get a couple recruits in Frosty Forest. So I was kind of looking for something that was really short there. Well, first I was looking for something with a good reward, but all the rewards were lackluster. So then secondarily, I was kind of looking for what was something short, you know. So we'll do this, only 6 floors. I forgot to look if it was a escort mission, but I don't think it was. No, it wasn't. All right, so let's try to fill up the team with recruits here. Azurill, nice. Which I don't have one yet, though. There's going to be a lot more Pokemon than just Azurill, but that's the only friend area I have. So whatever else we see, we won't be able to even recruit. What's this item? I'll take it. Azurill is cool, obviously, but I mean, I will need one of them. But I think you can recruit Meryl. I've seen Meryl in different dungeons. And then I'll recruit like 2 Meryls and evolve one of them into Azu. But there's no way I'm going to recruit like 3 Azurills and then try to evolve them all. Azurill's got to be so bad in Purity Forest. You're like, what does this guy only have? Splash, probably? How would you even do? You'd have to fly in like floor 1 frustration. Alright, whenever something like this pulls up, I'll use the link combo, but even that, I only get 120. Oh, this is like a super low level dungeon. Okay. I bet you once we get to like floor 4, probably, other Pokemon besides Azurill will start to spawn. And hopefully I can recruit those. Cherry Berry I'm just going to eat real quick. No point in holding that. And the one wild mon on the floor, at least so far, was a Furret. Something else just spawned in. And Furret, I guess, I don't have the friend area for that somehow. You'd think that'd be like an easy friend area, but or like a common one. All right, there's nothing but Furrets everywhere here. Let's just dip out. I don't even know if I can recruit Azurill. Nose Pass, that's probably something I can get. Oh, I already do. Okay. Well, we don't need a second Schnoz because again, and this is only up to 386 of Gen 3, so there is no Probopass in this game. Is this a house up here? No. Pecha Scarf. Copy of Frustration. Scheist. Okay. And I guess you didn't even see me. Well, let's go see what this other item is over here. Frustration's always funny to find like in the regular playthrough, but we really want to find it in Purity Forest, which again I did was with Squirtle. 1 copy of Frustration, the 1 copy of X-Ray Specs, and a whole bunch of apples and elixirs. It really was like one of the luckiest runs that I'll ever have, and it was cool that we had it on the first attempt because it really helped me slow down and kind of explain all the mechanics of Purity Forest, right? Which is, I wasn't expecting to get that, but it's what I was really hoping to get for the first initial clear, because that way in the future when I have like 20, 30 clears uploaded, you know, people will be able to, when they're like binge watching the playlist on YouTube, it was nice to be able to explain everything at the beginning like that. You know, like that run that I had with Squirtle would have happened eventually with some Pokemon, but it was really cool that it happened at the beginning like that. Ditto used Transform, but it's the only Pokemon on the floor. By the way, can I recruit Ditto? I can, and I haven't done it yet. So, who did this Ditto even transform into? Actually, now there's a second one. Alright, we got 2 chances to recruit a Ditto here. We just gotta chase them around the floor. I think these are both Dittos, actually. Yep, there's the struggle. We don't get it, and we don't get it. Okay. Well, whatever. Let's move on to the destination floor. There's really nothing good to recruit here. I didn't know that. But we'll hang out here for a little bit and see if I can get a recruit. This is not the place to go if you want to recruit a bunch of good Pokemon. Look at the length of this hallway, huh? Jeez. Oh, that was a Ditto, but he didn't want to join the squad. And again, Nosepass we already have. And don't need a second one. It's really nice being a water type in this game, having the option to cut over water. Because now I don't have to go all the way around. Well, I do because it's all blocked off by bushes, but can I not recruit the swine? Why wasn't he on the list? Probably because I have to recruit it as Swine Nubs and then evolve. Alright, in that case, we'll take you out with this. At least get some EXP. 240 is pretty bad, though. I need 30,000 experience for a single level up. And we're out here getting 200 a pop. That's okay, because I bet you there's there's probably some dungeons where I can get a lot of experience points. These are just not the way. Alright, well, because Ditto is the only thing I can actually recruit here, I'm just going to go ahead and leave. There's no point in sticking around. Hello, Absol. By the way, I'm recording this just after the DLC dropped for Legends ZA, and there is a new Mega Absol. The stats are insane, by the way. That Pokemon's going to be really, really good in an actual Pokemon game. Of course, Legends doesn't really count because Pokemon don't have abilities and all that, but Mega Absol with like, it has over 150 speed and physical attack. It's extremely strong and extremely fast. That was crazy. It's faster than Dragapult. Like, what are we doing here? It's crazy. Alright, Weather Band, but it goes to storage and 60 rescue points. Okay. We almost hit 1200. It's not bad. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and save the adventure, actually, because it's time to hit the YouTube outro. I got to get ready for work here. That's not bad. That was a successful little recording sesh here. We'll take it. And I was going to say we're 1/3 of the way, but really we're only 1/4 of the way to being able to access Mount Faraway and acquire the friend bow. And again, that's really, really important hold item. I'm going to have to, I'm still going to wear the X-ray specs when I first go into dungeons, but once I get face to face with somebody that I'm trying to recruit, swap the X-ray specs with the friend bow. That's how that's going to work. I'll go ahead and deposit all this stuff after I end the recording, but we got a lot of good items we can sell off to Kecleon and make a little bit of extra cash. But yeah, that's pretty. Oh, I wanted to check the level. Okay, 16,000 experience. So we're like really only halfway to getting to level 39 because it was 30k. But as soon as I hit level 39, I'm gonna rip that Joy Seed and go right to 40, because then we get to the next threshold of recruitment odds. So that's good. So yeah, with all that being said, this is going to conclude part 11 in the YouTube playlist, and next time for part 12, we're going to go have a conversation with Raikou, and then, probably end the episode with doing some more side quests to rank up the team and also try to get some more recruits. But really, the bulk of the recruiting is going to happen once I get the friend bow. But I don't want to wait until getting the friend bow. I still want to check as many boxes as I can along the way. But by the time we get the friend bow, we'll be between level 40 and 49. That's probably gonna happen during next episode, the level up. But again, the friend bow doesn't happen until we go Raikou's area. Then we got to go to Suicune's area. Once we do all three of them, then we get access to Mount Faraway. So I'm definitely gonna be between 40 and 49 by the time I get the friend bow. And our percentage of recruiting mons is going to skyrocket after both of those additions. And it's going to get better and better as I get to like level 50. It goes up a little bit. But friend bow is the most important because I think it straight up just adds like plus 10% to the recruiting odds. But yeah, so that's what to look forward to in the next couple episodes here. But with all that being said, this is where I'm going to cut off part 11. So thank you for watching. For anybody that is seeing this in the future on YouTube, not only during the live Twitch stream, but for anybody that's finding this later on YouTube. Thank you for watching, and I hope that wherever you go after watching this video, that you have a good rest of your day. Alright? and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.